guys, and welcome to another Minecraft tutorial. Okay, so today I'm going to be doing, well, kelp farms. This kelp farm I just built to see how the concept could work on a larger scale than I normally do it. And this has been about maybe a half an hour of just this thing running. So, the things you'll need are right in here, depending on what you choose. The way I've gone, you'll need redstone block, a single redstone block, quite a bit of redstone, a couple of repeaters. No. Okay. A couple of repeaters, some redstone comparators, hoppers, a type of storage, does not need to be barrel, observers, if you're using this specific method, a lot of blocks, pistons, sticky pistons, but only if you're using my specific method, redstone torches, just because they're really useful and you might need them, and a lot of water. Okay, so let's get this started. So, first things first, you're going to build just a simple, well, fairly simple, well, just like outline. We are building the skeletal structure of it. So this one is going to be it's going to be 6 blocks wide. Now, if I remembered my dimensions correctly, I'll get this right first try, but doesn't really matter. Oh, I forgot the most important thing you need. Lots of kelp. The kelp isn't going to magic its way into the farm. Now, there are more efficient farms, including the zero-tick farms, but I have not mastered zero-ticks yet. I don't really understand how they work, so I'm just going to be going with regular. Now, the pros of this one over a zero-tick farm would be that there's a huge reduction in lag. Okay, so you will dig this to be 3 blocks deep, put water at the bottom, and immediately put kelp. This is just for later. You don't have to do it, but it is preferred. You will then replace the middle block here with pistons, then fill it all the way to the top with water. Now, while this step can be done out of order, I just like doing it here. You will lay down a line of redstone on the block next to the piston, so that your piston will be powered from the side. See? Now, after you've got that, put water here on the top. Yep, I got it right. Then, it should flow like this. If it's not, that means that your bottom row is not functioning right. Sorry, I've got allergies around this time of year and they're making me kind of stuffed up.
Go to bed soon.
I will, Mother. It's 8 o'clock. Okay, now I'm going to make a simple, small storage right here, where it'll all end up right in this hopper from the farm. Now, the next thing you'll need to do is to build some type of, well, like, clock sort of thing. So, like, it would be this is something I found when going through Mumbo Jumbo's channel. He did it in a video, which if I remember, will leave a link to in the like bottom thing. This right here is where you need the sticky pistons. I left something that I need in a chest over here. This. Now, if you are a redstone engineer, you'll know what I'm doing here. But if you're not, right here, I'm making a, well, like, extender thingy. Now, if you look here, you'll see that this hopper is slowly filling up with items from this hopper. When this hopper gets completely empty, the redstone block will swap, as you saw there, and the process will start all over again. Which is why we need the observer. Straight out of the observer, you'll put a repeater, another block here, then some redstone. Now, every time this moves, it should power all of the pistons. Okay, and as you can see, that piece of kelp came up from the bottom and went down right into here. Yeah, my old headphones broke, so I'm using these like, monster headphones. Okay, now, another good thing about this is it is infinitely tileable both up and down. Well, not really down so much, but you can tile it up and you can tile it sideways. Like you see here, this block will separate them. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now, you could infinitely tile it, but the max you can go with this, like, setup is this wide, due to two constraints. One, the length of redstone power, which is 15 blocks. This one I managed to extend to 16 by placing a block here instead of a piece of redstone, which somehow still manages to power little piston that could over here. This piston. It is day. I've made it day. Okay. And while yes, this is an interesting design, there is another thing that is also quite interesting. Okay. I'm just rewiring this so that I can make it as small as I physically can. Okay, and you will continue back. Okay. Now, if I calculated it correctly, it should go the correct distance. But it's okay if you're off just slightly. Now, I would never recommend being more than 3 blocks off due to, like, just water stream issues in general. Because the water physics in this game are not really the most amazing. Two, three. And you'll go down here. Now, it is infinitely tileable backwards, which is the easiest to do, but up and down is more challenging and requires more space. Which is why if you're making an up and down face farm, or based farm, I would highly recommend to do it, well, above ground. While a farm like the one I'm showing you here should not be built above ground. It leaves too much room, it just leaves too much in the open. So this right here is is my attempt at making it, like, sort of function. But this is a smaller scale version. So let's see. We have gotten 4 from this so far. Now, same as before, you will replace this with these. And with the same process, it will do the same. And you will see one problem with water streams. They don't always function correctly. And that is something that you need to be accounting for. Because if it just fails automatically, then you're basically screwed and you have to restart. Or you have to, and in my case, I use a quicker fix here, where I just spam the water bucket, which will not physically work in survival unless you could stay underwater the entire time. So, let's keep on working on this. Now, as you can see, it's definitely not as pretty as the other one, but this is where you can use something called a torch tower. Put a torch, a block, torch, a block. And if it's off by 1, just do that. Now, you must, if you're using a torch tower, I set it to 4 ticks, because I don't know the exact thing that I need to make it function, but it functions. So yay. Now I just gotta wait for it to fire. There we go. And that should fix my problem here. So, it did not. Which isn't a good sign. Okay, and put that there. Okay, and you'll be able to see there? It functions. So, that's really all there is to know. See, this one's produced 16. And during the entire episode, this thing has gotten like a stack and a half. It has not been very long in this video. Now, a few things to remember about kelp farms. First of all, keep the lighting to a minimum. During my very rampant testing of kelp when it first came out, I discovered that in lower light levels, the kelp actually manages to grow faster. So, stuff like deep ocean, I think. And if you want to see more like redstone testing stuff, like I have a like button-powered a flying machine elevator, which can choose different floors. I've just modified a design by another YouTuber that I can't even remember who did it. But this is my redstone testing world, and these are the first contraptions I have. So, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time, guys! Bye! Don't forget to like and subscribe.